be good to go now. Was not necessarily wanting to make the chatting stream about this particular type of updates. But, hang on, let me pause that. But, recent news that had been brought to my attention was, about the regards to Twitter, actually. And the reason why Twitter is actually relevant in this particular topic is due to the fact that this would actually affect my original plan to basically to pretty much stream on Twitter, because I was using Twitter as a means to stream, and I was my original plan was to continue doing so until the end of 2024. Basically, my original plan was to stream for the rest of 2024 and on Twitter, and during that particular point, to slowly transition the Twitter viewers to YouTube and Twitch. Hopefully both, because that would probably help me a lot more get my content out there. But unfortunately, it turns out that soon, streaming on Twitter is going to be a premium only feature, which means eventually, unless if I pay for premium, streaming on Twitter will no longer be an option. I don't know when this is gonna be a official thing, but we're basically at a point to where it's very possible that streaming on Twitter will not be an option. Unfortunately, that's the reality of the situation. Now, I could obviously pay for premium and get verified, but even though it does say that I'll get ad revenue and paid to post, would it actually be worth the subscription? Is the better question. And I honestly don't think I have enough of a following to genuinely justify that. Personally. But, definitely not what I had planned, to be honest. And I'm not necessarily happy with this situation, because this would have actually probably helped me. What I originally had planned probably would have been a better option for me to transition, and now I have to force it to be essentially I basically have to force myself to basically begin the transitioning stages in a more forceful manner, which is something I didn't want to do. My original plan was for it to be a much smoother transition from Twitter to Twitch and YouTube. I was going to give people like the rest of this year in order to do so. And it's basically not becoming an option for me to do that. And as much as I would like to give a smooth transition, as much as I would like to give that thing, this situation is essentially not what I had planned. It's not what I had in mind. It sure as hell is not what a lot of people probably would have wanted, but this put a huge monkey wrench in my plans. So it does suck to know that that I just lost a good chance at possibly losing, like, and it's actually my friend Ying who actually brought this up to me, that basically this is starting soon. Only premium subscribers will be able to live stream, create live video streams on X. This includes going live from an encoder with X integration. Upgrade to premium to continue going live. Unfortunately, right now, with the limited funds that I have, I don't necessarily have the means to do so. But yeah, it may offer, pay to post. You get paid to post. With the following that I have, is it actually worth it? That's what I'm questioning. Is it actually worth that time, that effort, and using what little money I have to get that subscription? And honestly, in my opinion, no, it's not. And the reason why I want to get a source of income via affiliate on, like, what would be the point in me buying premium on Twitter when I could literally pretty much highlight some of my. I could just use Twitter to just shitpost and promote my Twitch and my YouTube, show clips of my streams, probably some of my highs and lows, maybe, or perhaps even just basically me making myself look like a goofball or idiot for the sake of entertainment. But I don't think with my following of like 270 plus followers, I don't think it's worth the time to get the premium. At least not right now. If I'm able to in the future, great. But my original plan was to transition things to Twitch, to YouTube, to pretty much what I had planned was to transition it all to Twitch and YouTube when it came to live streaming. And these are things I can do for absolutely free. And that's actually a much better alternative than having to pay to just a live stream. Which is basically content that is pretty easy to make in comparison to the other content I make, which is writing works. And I'm wanting to do more. I'm wanting to do... And I think I'm, in my opinion, Twitter is no longer going to be an option for me to stream. Like, I can't afford to have to basically bite the bullet, and I'm not in a position to, like, I was originally planning on streaming till the end of this year on Twitter and then transitioning everything over to Twitch and YouTube. But now that is no longer an option. And honestly, that's the most frustrating part. That's the most infuriating part, is that me using the biggest following I have on Twitter to promote my Twitch and YouTube, when I know I have some level of audience, this puts a monkey wrench in it. Now, will some of them care about all the content I post? Most likely not. But that is not really an excuse for me to, oh, I need to pay for this just so that I can get this. And honestly, I just don't see the point in trying to I don't see the whole point in trying to keep pushing for something that honestly would be a losing battle. Like, the worst part is I had a decent time. I liked the fact that I was able to have different varieties of choices for people to see, and for people to maybe get a laugh out of the content even if they don't necessarily acknowledge it. But on the same token, it's like, is it worth having to deal with the bullshit? And that's what's getting me. If anything, this convinces me to double down essentially on pretty much how do I word it, actually? how do I? It basically it makes me want to double down on streaming on Twitch and YouTube, to be honest. Because at least with YouTube and Twitch, I don't have to pay to stream. I really don't. And this new change on Twitter, that's going to convince me to stick to Twitch and YouTube. If I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Which, I only started to stream on Twitter mainly to experiment. To see if I can get more viewers and more people to basically see what content I can try out, what I can experiment with, and see what else would be there. And I'm not necessarily happy with the outcome. In fact, I'm pretty fucking furious with what happened. And for someone who cannot afford to pretty much how do I word this actually? I'm livid to the point where it makes me feel like some of my effort to try to expand my reach and for lack of a better term, it honestly makes my efforts pointless, which is one of the worst feelings I could have. I mean, yeah, I get it. For me, Twitter streaming was definitely more along the lines of experimentation, but I honestly feel like that trying something new was pointless. Because I thought I could do something with that. I thought I could make something work, even if my plan was to do a smoother transition, which is what was the plan all along. Twitter was just meant to bolster my Twitch and YouTube originally, but that didn't mean I wasn't going to just stop outright. I wanted to pretty much make it to where those who were watching me on Twitter could slowly transition to Twitch and YouTube, to where they would actually go subscribe to my channel on YouTube, for example, turn on the notifications, which a subscription on YouTube is free. All you gotta do is click the subscribe button, and then pretty much turn on notifications. That way you don't miss any updates or so on and so forth. That was it. That's all you had to do. It didn't cost you any money. It only basically it worked exactly how following someone on Twitch would. Pretty much. That's how it worked. And honestly, it just didn't really sit right with me that I could put all this time and effort into something, And it just feels like that effort was wasted. So, in light of this news, expect, I think it would be safe to say that you should expect my Twitter streams to only continue for as long as I'm able to. Pretty much. Otherwise, they're not going to continue much longer. Like, ending much sooner than I would have wanted. I will admit that. And honestly, I'm not really happy with what's going on with this. To be frank, I'm not. Because it feels like my time and effort was wasted. Now it's one of the features that really worked well for me to get a reach and to get a potential following beyond just writing simple Gochi fanfics, which there's nothing wrong with what I did that got me a little popular on Twitter, but I wanted to expand my horizons. I wanted to try new things. I wanted to basically, I'm someone who doesn't want to be known strictly as the Gochi guy. I don't want to be strictly known as the Dragon Ball writer guy. Like, I want to be known for quite a few stuff. There's more to me that I can do that I feel could help me basically show you guys that I can entertain in different ways. That's one of the reasons why I started streaming in the first place. That's why I wanted to delve deeper into content creation in the first place. Because my goal is to entertain. Some of my stories, the goal is to try to tell the best stories I can possibly tell that are gonna keep people engaged. And I'm not gonna get it all right the first time around. I'm only human. I'm not perfect. So this is, man, this whole situation was a huge bummer. However, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I gotta live with the hand I gotta play with the hand I've been dealt. Essentially. And I gotta pretty much do it like that. Unfortunately, it's, as much as it does suck, it is something I have to embrace, unfortunately. So, sadly, that is what I have to accept, essentially. But on the bright side, a lot of other updates are also happening. Though I wasn't able to find my wallet, which is what caused the stress last time, I was able to deactivate the card to my bank and replace it. So the new card should be on its way here in a few days. I replaced my wallet with a new one, and I managed to replace my ID. So yeah, that's basically 3 things I gotta replace out of the way. But now I gotta replace my house keys, essentially. But that's gonna take a little bit for them to arrive. But on the bright side, more streams are gonna happen. There's gonna be a lot more chatting streams for me to just to chill, chat with you guys, interact with you guys, and basically, we'll also pretty much be able to play more games. Me and a few friends of mine will be able to play. We'll be able to stream Uno now, so that's gonna be a really good time. So that's gonna be a good thing. All we gotta do is schedule times and days, and we'll be able to stream Uno more often, and you guys will actually be able to see the madness that is Uno. Friendships will be tested, for sure. But those are probably going to be chaos incarnate. But more games will be happening as time progresses. We'll be getting more, probably be playing more Gigabash from time to time. We'll probably be playing more Dead Cells will be coming back. Mafia will still remain a Twitch exclusive thing, but we'll be doing more chill streams to kind of make up for the fact that you guys won't be able to see the Mafia stuff on YouTube and Twitter. But unfortunately, due to what is currently being changed on Twitter, live streaming on Twitter might no longer be an option for me. So, at least for the time being. So, we are going to be choosing... I'm probably going to end up eventually sticking to solely Twitch and YouTube going forward. Because at least I don't have to pay in order to stream on Twitch, and I certainly don't have to pay in order to stream on YouTube. So, But I wanted to make this little stream to update you guys, but to keep you up to date with what's going on, and pretty much get all of this addressed. But anyway, we'll be streaming later on tonight. We'll probably do a chill stream, probably in a much better mood. But thank you guys for whoever stopped by.